Chris, it's so great to see you.
Likewise, Leslie.
Yeah, so are you looking forward to Breakbulk Americas?
I am. I always look forward to Breakbulk.
Okay, well tell me, it's been a year since our last event here in Houston. What has changed in the last year, do you think, in the project cargo sector?
Well, the container market has decreased, obviously, and that's impacted the project market as well. So that's had a major impact. Breakbulk ships aren't carrying containers anymore, and container ships have less containers, and the market's just basically weaker from a year ago.
All right. Now, you are with Maersk Project Logistics, which is basically a new entity this year from the beginning of the year. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, Maersk acquired the Martin Bencher Group and created Maersk Project Logistics to be a project forwarder within Maersk. So we're basically a freight forwarder within Maersk doing project logistics globally.
Okay. And how does that work? What are the benefits to being a forwarder within a carrier like Maersk?
Well, we have a vast client base with which we can work. So it's essentially the entire Maersk client base that we work with. So it's very helpful in that regard. We separate the part of Maersk which puts overdimensional cargo on our ships, just shipping. The shipping part of it remains the same, so we don't have any visibility to what freight forwarders are booking and so on. So we're separated. We are a separate entity within Maersk in that sense.
All right. So you are head of growth. I love that title. I think that's my favorite job title currently. What does that mean?
Well, growth is sort of like a subject matter expertise within our group. So we work with other people within the group who might be in sales capacity in automotive or in industrial or in chemicals or any other vertical, and we would work with them to develop the business. So we're not really in a sales position. We work within the product of Maersk Project Logistics.
Okay, and are you enjoying it?
I love it. I love it. I think it's a great company. I really enjoy everything that we're doing. I love working with the new colleagues from the Martin Bencher sides. Things are going great.
Oh, so good to hear.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a turn here. Now, the upcoming Breakbulk Americas, you are on a panel, the Journey Towards Decarbonization. So, in that panel, you're going to discuss challenges and opportunities. What do you think is the biggest challenge and the biggest opportunity for decarbonization to move forward?
Well, I guess the biggest challenge is the technology. Which technology are we going to use? In Maersk, we're putting a lot of emphasis on green methanol. That's our technology, but that may not be the only technology. There are other technologies out there, and determining which ones are going to be used, that's the key challenge, and then building up to have the infrastructure to support that globally. That'll be the big challenge. I think ultimately it's a container sector lead sort of activity. The breakbulk sector is much smaller and will follow suit. The breakbulk sector is not likely to lead the way in that. But it's a big technological challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you see a single solution, or do you think there will be a mix of
I think
solutions?
there'll be a mix, but I'm probably not an expert in that, but I think there'll be a mix. I think it's probably a bit much for one technology to take it all. And there are some ships running on other already LNG, for example, so you already have a mix.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that will be an interesting discussion, I think, coming up.
Yep.
On the main stage. Now, the other thing I wanted to ask you about is Maersk's sponsorship of the Global Shipper Network Lounge. How did that happen?
Well, we wanted to participate in a substantial way at Breakbulk, but we didn't just want to have a booth. Part of the issue with having a booth is if we have a booth, a stand, people come and sell to us. They want to, truckers, et cetera, et cetera. We didn't really want to do that. We didn't want to have a stand. We just wanted to sponsor the conference itself, so sponsoring the Shippers Lounge allows us to do that. So it gets our name out there. That's what we're interested in doing, and we don't have to put up the booth and take it down and stand there the whole time.
All right, so what kinds of shippers are you looking forward to meeting there in the lounge?
Well, I feel like we already kind of know most of the shippers at Breakbulk, so I'm not sure that we'll meet any that we don't already know. If we do, I'll be very surprised and pleased. And maybe there are some new shippers, but we're looking forward to seeing people we know in the market and explaining who we at Maersk Project Logistics are to those people.
Any particular sector you're interested in versus another?
No, there isn't. I mean, we're interested in any sector that's moving big and heavy cargo. We have a very strong interest in renewables, but the renewables sector isn't the only sector coming to Breakbulk. So we're interested in all sectors, anyone who's moving big and heavy cargo.
Great. Well, I'm sure that you will find that worthwhile, and we look forward to seeing you in Houston in a few weeks.
Great, and we look forward to being there, and I always look forward to Breakbulk.
Great.